maybe you can explain what's going on in this photo.
Well, we got some kids going to school in China, but one kid has been singled out by some staff that the staff looks like he might be a little concerned about the boy's choice of attire going to school because he is in a Japanese imperial military uniform.
Correct.
The same uniform that was used against China during the war. Now, I think what's happening here is this boy is not, in fact, cosplaying, but probably dressing up for some sort of play where he's going to get bayoneted anyway.
Yeah, he absolutely is dressing up for a school function, and because we've seen this ourselves. I was quite shocked when I used to teach kindergarten, because in China, I started, my first job was teaching kindergarten.
Yeah.
Then I moved up to high school students, then, business, and, went up from there. But in kindergarten, they would quite often have these little plays where they would dress some of the students up as Japanese soldiers, and then the other students...
Little Japanese ghosts.
And I'm talking about like 5-year-olds here. Yeah. Dress them up as little Japanese soldiers, and then the other side would kill them. I'm like, these are little kids.
And everyone's like, oh, how cute.
Yeah, exactly. Then they would like shoot them or, pretend to shoot them. They'd be like, and all that stuff. Yeah. And then I went to, Tencent. Yeah. I wanted to make WeChat, QQ, all this, the big, huge, like the Google of China, basically. I went to Tencent and they had this massive year-end function where they had Wang Feng, the rock star was singing there. And so celebrities turning up, all this. And they put on a play in the middle of the whole thing, which I filmed, and I've lost the footage. Yeah, that guy, yeah. So they put a play in the middle with like some of the Tencent engineers or whatever dressed up as soldiers, and came and like got shot, and they're all dying and raising the Chinese flag. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
It's company performance.
This is like the company year-end, massive with like big stars, rock stars and everything, and they have a big thing, and it was in a stadium. Like, tens of thousands of people in there. Yeah. And it's like they're killing Japanese and stuff. I'm like, this is so pathetic, Anyway,
so you go to Google's year-end function. It's not about diversity and inclusivity and pronouns.
No. I mean, they're just like, I don't know.
It's like they're like, no, none of that this year. Today we're gonna kill the Japanese in Shermans.
Yeah, exactly.
And they put on a play.
Exactly, and they dress them up like racial stereotypes.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy's obviously going to school to do one of those plays, and it looks like the Bangjiang, as you say, the sort of class monitor type dude's like, maybe not.
He's not gonna.
Yeah.
You gotta see what Transformers, right?
Yes.
So Wolf Warrior Diplomacy as well.
Yes.
This is, if you don't know, it's the idea that China decided instead of being diplomatic, they'll be mean on the world stage and just be like,
undiplomatic.
No, man. Just
undiplomatic is the best way to say it, yeah.
Well, the final form of Wolf Warrior Diplomacy is actually this. It transforms into this, apparently. And it was actually weirdly found in Taiwan. I was looking at some claw machines in Taiwan, and behold, the Wolf Warrior's true form.
That's kind of funny to see, yeah.
I love that was found in a claw machine. Hopefully not with children around.
Anyway, like what we were talking about, this clip has been going around recently, and you can see the children go on these like school trips. Now, when I was young, you go to a school trip, you go to like, I don't know, botanical garden or something, right? Or you go to the woods and you learn about nature or something, right? In China...
We went to the morgue.
Oh, you did? No, I've never been to a morgue.
Got a Snickers bar.
From the morgue? Yeah. That's rather bizarre. You should tell that story sometime. Yeah. In China, when you go on a school trip, you can go stab Japanese people.
Yeah.
With bayonets.
Oh, no, it's good. I thought it was too loud. It's not too loud. Yeah. Throw some nades, bazooka. There's a bazooka.
Yeah, you can drive. That's kind of cool.
That's pretty sick. This is actually a precedent that's being set, though. You can say whatever you want to, think about this. It's actually much, much deeper than this one clip, and I'm going into it next week.
Yeah, you have a whole bunch of clips for next week, but
it is ramping. China's ramping up massively right now to prepare children for war.
Yeah.
At least psychologically.
The thing is, this bayonet stabbing thing was happening back in 2007.
Oh,
when I saw it in 2007 when I was teaching kindergarten. This was the kind of thing they were doing.
I took my kids to that aircraft carrier thing in Shenzhen. And there was a whole thing. You could pay like 50 yuan or whatever and stab American soldiers. They were not Japanese. They're American.
Okay.
Big nose Americans. That sloppy stereotype.
Yeah, but like, why teach hate? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's part and parcel of authoritarian governments.
Yeah, I know it's a rhetorical question or whatever. Like, I know why, but it's just for most people in the developed world, we don't understand this.
No.
Okay, because to us, we're taught
Kids are supposed to have fun.
Learn. Not only about fun, but we also taught tolerance.
Yes, and peace.
This is just pure hatred and racism, and singling out a nation, a person, based on their nationality as an object of hatred to stab with a bayonet. It's something that you have to understand, and it's not excusable.
Yeah,
you can't excuse this. No. In any way, shape, or form. You could say, the atrocities the Japanese did in the past. Yes, we all know that.
You don't teach that to 7-year-olds.
You don't need to teach a 5-year-old to kill someone.
No. They take 7-year-olds, and the reason I bring that up is that they take them at that age to go see war atrocities that the Japanese committed on people. They look at skinned people. They look at dead babies. They look at, just the most vile things you can picture.
Yeah.
They take 7 and 8-year-olds around that age to go look at those things.
Yeah, it's awful.
And I went to the museum that they went to, and they have these museums around.
Sure.
And it's like, what? I mean, I get that that's part of history, and we learned about atrocities. We learned about the Holocaust.
Yeah, we learned about the Holocaust, all that.
What happened in the Soviet Union. We learned about the Nazis. We learned about China, Mao, right?
Yeah.
But we learn about that stuff when we're in our teen years, right? Not when we're 7 or 8 and being taught, you must hate this race of people. That's what they're taught.
Yeah. We're not given a rifle with a bayonet and told to stab a Nazi.
Yes, correct.
Right. It just doesn't work that way. No. Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, especially since there's no real clear delineation between the past and the present.
That's the problem. Because, you can say Nazi all you want, but they also are taught to hate modern day Japan.
Yeah, they're just taught to hate Japanese people. It's not about hate Nazi Germany. We always hear that phrase, Nazi Germany. That means Germany when it was
separate, right?
When it was under the leadership of the Nazis, not Germany.
Not now.
Yeah, we don't say hate Germany. We get taught to hate Nazi Germany. In the movies and all that kind of thing. Right. Anyway, just to show that's something that's going on in China.
Yeah, full coverage coming this week.
Yeah.
Not just on this clip, there's lots.
Yeah.
Lots of evidence coming out right now.
Yeah.
Pretty disturbing.
Crazy English, crazy life, crazy work, crazy study. Crazy! Crazy! Crazy life! Crazy! Good.
What is happening here? Are you casting a spell?
He's basically duping the audience.
He's just talking shit. He's just talking absolute shit.
Let's get crazy.
You know what? I lost my job today.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
I think that kid gets it. See the kid looking at the camera?
He's like,
this is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Some bullshit right here.
Yeah.
Can almost sing it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind were